Thank you, Ted. What a treat to have you back in Jersey, baby. Couple of things on Ted. Ted is a genuine, he and his First Lady, Nicole, are dear friends of Tammy and mine. You have to know something. Ted was at the Golden Globes last night. They were in California, in case you're wondering. Netflix had a big night. Presided not only at the Golden Globes, went to the Netflix celebration over which he presided, and then flew to Jersey on a red eye, got 2 hours of sleep, and he's as fresh as a daisy. So thank you, man. The other cool part, I've got remarks here, but the good news, this is one of the things I've done that I actually don't need remarks because we've all lived it. Ted was born at Monmouth Medical Center. Think about that. That's 10 minutes from here. And by the way, they're moving part of their hospital. It'll only be about a minute from here in 5 or 6 years. He spent his first few years of life in Monmouth County before moving out. And that actually, and by the way, your CFO was also born at Monmouth Medical, which is another crazy coincidence. These guys really know Jersey. When we first sat, well, our personal relationship predates any professional work, but when we first sat, you didn't have to tell Ted about why New Jersey made sense, or the Netflix team. Nick and the rest of you all have been and there's just an extraordinary group of folks. They understood the talent, the legacy, Edison, Black Maria, Fort Lee, Hollywood before it was Hollywood, a big union state, our location second to none, oozing, as I say, with talent and a real thirst to reclaim our place among the global leaders in film and television. And thanks to Netflix, first and foremost, we are well on that way. We're well on that journey. And I won't repeat all the names that Ted and Ann and others will mention, but to everybody who had anything to do with this, from the bottom of my heart, I say thank you, beginning with Ted and Team Netflix. But whether it's Monmouth County led by Tom, the local mayors who you'll hear from, the state legislators, Kara and the Femera team, our team, I know Joe Kelly, Mary Maples, Tim Sullivan, Eric Brophy, Carolyn Cannella, to pick just a few. The lawyers, Frank Giantomasi is here, Billy Mayer, others. This is, without question, Ted and I were upstairs having a conversation. This is far and away the most complex project we have done in our 8 years in office. But at every point along the way, it was a joy. As complicated as it was a joy because we were all locked in. We all knew where the end zone was, where we were trying to get to. And if all of that weren't enough, the fact that it's actually taking place in a fort that had been shunned and shuttered, that was once the thriving heartbeat of this great county where, by the way, we have chosen to raise our 4 kids, a county we love, to think about the glory days and then the forlorn days, and now here we are with the incredible bright future in store for Fort Monmouth, led by an almost 300-acre campus by our friends at Netflix. It's one of these things where it's almost meant to be. And it is an extraordinary day. As we discussed a few moments ago privately, the closing actually took place last month. So I think that's a great statement that both Team Netflix and Team Jersey were focused first and foremost on the work product. And we said, we can celebrate this sometime down the road. And so here we are over a month after the fact. And part of the reason that both Ted wanted to do it now and I and our team wanted to do it now, we wanted to have my successor standing right beside us. How cool is it that we have both the 56th and the 57th governor of the great state of New Jersey in the House today? And I know she is as pumped about this industry and about Netflix as we have been. It gives me great pride and honor to introduce the 57th governor of the great state of New Jersey, Mikie Sherrill.
Well, the downside of going after the governor he took all my good talking points. No, but it is wonderful to be here today. And thank you, Governor Murphy. Thank you, First Lady Tammy Murphy. Your vision here was so instrumental. And it is amazing that we've gone from those forlorn days to such an incredibly bright future. Ted, I am so looking forward to working with you. And as the governor was saying, and that's why we really wanted this today, I couldn't help but think maybe you didn't really want this today. But I so appreciate you making it out here despite everything. And thank you for all of your leadership. Monmouth County, wow. Director Arnone, just amazing work that we have seen. All of our mayors. Okay, so I have not been saying the mayor's name as long as you have, Ted. So Mayor Tallarico and Tvardik. So one day. But you know, when we say New Jersey makes, the world takes, what we're really talking about is just generations of fantastic innovation that our state has truly been responsible for. And it is so fitting that the next move here in innovation is with the film industry, given that it all started in New Jersey. In fact, I'm up in Montclair, and just down the road is where Thomas Edison invented those components of the first motion picture. And so we take great pride in that. And it's not just our history of innovation in film, it's also our history of just an incredible workforce. I believe we represent more IATSE members than anywhere else. And so having so many wonderful and skilled experts to continue to move this industry forward, and we've done it at such an incredibly rapid pace because of the leadership that you've heard about from everyone here. And I just heard this morning, I was just told this morning that we are now surpassing Georgia in the film industry, which is truly amazing to me after their years of predominance here. So what a great accomplishment. In 2024 alone, the film industry set records by generating $833 billion in in-state spending, filming over 500 productions, and hiring over 30,000 crew members. That is what this industry is bringing to the state of New Jersey. And not just that, but I get to hear from all my friends and neighbors about how Adam Sandler stopped by the basketball courts and is really just a great guy. And so we're incredibly excited about Happy Gilmore, too. This was all a 41% increase thanks to New Jersey's Film and Digital Media Tax Credit Program. So that shows you that smart, targeted government can truly make a huge difference in what is on the table for the future of New Jersey. I have already heard from so many mayors and county executives about just what they want to do to train this workforce that we are going to need and the job opportunities that they see coming in the future. And we are truly just getting started. With Netflix acquiring the site and already breaking ground in Fort Monmouth, we are opening up a whole new world of possibilities. And when I say that, to me, as a mom of 4 kids, and I'm raising here in New Jersey, when I say a whole new world of possibilities, I think about our kids. I think about the future and how we're opening doors for them that feel like they're shutting in many other cases. So I might be biased, but I think New Jersey is home to some of the best workers in the entire nation. I hear from people who say they just can't find a workforce anywhere else. That's because of our great schools. It's because of the constant way in which we are addressing this opportunity, and it is because of project labor agreements. So thank you. That is such an important decision to creating opportunities for so many families. This is an amazing example of what can happen when industry and labor and county government and state government and local government all come together with a vision and making sure that we are really impacting the future for our families. So as your next governor, I am going to support that progress. I am so excited. It's nice to sort of draft on some of what has been built here so that we can continue to achieve great success in New Jersey. My door is always open. I'm looking forward to working with all of you as we continue to develop innovation across our state. And so without further ado, I am going to pass the mic over to Commissioner Director Tom Arnone. And I will leave it up to you to take it away. Thank you.
So how exciting is this? I've always wanted to look at the governor and say, Governor, Monmouth County, baby. And so I will tell you, 16 years ago, when I came in this office, my ultimate goal, and I'm joined here today by Commissioner Lisitra, Commissioner Anderson, and our administrator, Terry O'Connor, was to make Monmouth County the #1 destiny in the state of New Jersey. And today, I can honestly say, whatever happens from here, doesn't matter. It happened. It happened. We are a destiny for people to come to. And, and I owe it to a lot of people. And obviously, first I have to look at our team, my fellow mayors that we sit on the FEMIRA board together, along with Kara and her team. It's looked upon on what's going on inside those gates there for many, many years. If people only knew the hard work that was being done behind the scenes there to get it to where we are today, it just doesn't happen. There's a lot of discussions. There's a lot of negotiations. There's a lot of dissension. But at the end of the day, the ultimate goal comes to where we are today. And, I have to look at one person and one person only, because I had to reach out a few years back. And I've been fortunate enough in his tenure here to have that reach out numerous times for many things, and that's Governor Murphy. Governor, you reached out to me when you wanted to keep this in your home county, which was a very good decision on you, I might say, and we reached out and we made it happen, and along with a bunch of team members that did. And I was happy to hear that my force has moved this quickly, or I would have maybe got out of that seat and kind of moved out there. But I saw the excitement that from Netflix on how we were able to push this, because Monmouth County believes in one thing in government. If it's meant to be, make it happen, and do whatever you possibly can to make it happen. And that's exactly what we did with all of our forces there. But think about where we are today and where we were. For many days, we were coming up here talking about what was going to be, what we hoped would be. Well, today it is. Today it's here. All you have to do is go outside there, see all the Tonka trucks out there, knocking buildings down and taking them all down, and we're seeing what Monmouth County can do. But just think what it's going to be. The driving economic engine, it's going to be here in Monmouth County. The people that are going to be working in Monmouth County. The labor trades that are going to be working in Monmouth County. That's what it's all about. It makes our job in government easy. With people that come out from the outside world that know how to handle the business side of it and partner with government, that's how you make a successful government. And that's what we did here. And, we're big on shared services here in Monmouth County. There's no other county that does what we do. We work with all 53 mayors. Doesn't matter what party you are. We're known for that. We're proud of that. And this was a sign. This was a sign here that we were. But none of this would have happened if Netflix didn't have the faith in Monmouth County. So I want to thank you, Netflix, for having the faith in our county. Thank you. Trust me, we will not let you down as you have not let us down. Thank you. As to our governor-elect, it's an honor meeting you today and being able to see your vision here. You might want to take one page out of the governor's book and move on down to Monmouth County but with that being said, we welcome you, and we will always welcome you. First Lady, thank you for all your dedication to this project, because I know you were a valuable insight to making this happen. This is a great day in Monmouth County. I truly tell you, I don't know if it can be matched here. But I will tell you one thing. We will keep growing here with partners like Netflix and others, and with all our team members. I want to thank everybody that was part of this success, and know that we started, we're here, but we're not done. Thank you. God bless. How could I forget not introducing one of my favorite mayors, Mayor of Eatontown, Anthony Tallarico.
I sat up last night thinking of all the wonderful things Tom Arnone would say about me when he introduced me, and what I got was literally just walking away. My speech is now half the length as it was planned. So we've had so many of these events, I actually checked old pictures to make sure I wasn't wearing the same tie. But events like these are very important. It's appropriate to celebrate the hard work and the efforts of the teams, the dozens of people that brought this project to life. Eatontown appreciates the effort of Governor Murphy and his administration for encouraging and bringing the film industry back to New Jersey. Together with his partners in the state, Senators O'Scanlan and Gopal, as well as my assembly members, Donlin and Peter Paul, we appreciate their help. The entire region suffered a major blow with the closure of Fort Monmouth, and only something this large could help revitalize the area. Governor-elect Sherrill, I remember meeting you down the road at one of our coffee bars, and I remember your interest in Firmera, and I appreciate your continued interest as you move this forward. We'll continue to need your support in the governor's office. This is the part about Tom Arnone that I've made smaller. It helps to have such strong partners at the county, like Commissioner Director Arnone, who's been wonderful with his team, and Commissioner Berry, may she rest in peace, of course. The county and Eatontown have a strong working relationship, and we appreciate their partnership. It's fitting that we celebrate today so close to the former Firmera offices, because without a doubt, this would not have been done and completed if it weren't for Kara Kopak and her team at Firmera. There's enough credit to share and to go around, but let's not forget that 100 yards away, a very small group of state employees stitched this all together. Netflix's next documentary should be about that miracle. The individuals at Netflix with whom I've been fortunate to meet and form partnerships and genuine friendships have set the groundwork for their presence in the area. I appreciate the openness and the spirit of cooperation we've seen. Eatontown stands ready and excited to continue our partnership. To Ted and your visionary team, thank you for your commitment and investment in the region, and welcome to Eatontown. I also believe the success here has to do with a strong local relationship shared between Eatontown and Oceanport, starting with Mayor Coffey and continuing with Mayor Tverdik. We face many similar issues and support each other as we navigated this unprecedented project. Ladies and gentlemen, Mayor Tom Tverdik.
Now, how cool is this to be here as a kid, grow up in Oceanport, and be on stage with both of our governors? When I was a kid, if I ever became famous, I always said I was going to change my name to my mom's maiden name, Reed. Really easy, R-E-E-D. But now that the co-CEO of Netflix and both governors and everybody in the room know how to say Tverdik, I'm sticking with Tverdik. So that's pretty crazy. Good morning, everybody. Today is truly a historic moment, not just for Oceanport, but for Eatontown, Monmouth County, and the great state of New Jersey. We are standing on the ground that has meant many things over decades. Fort Monmouth served our nation with honor, and today it begins its next chapter, one rooted in creativity, opportunity, and economic growth. I want to begin by thanking Ted Sarandos and the entire Netflix team, Nick, Sonia, Kevin, Ann, and all the other members. Ted, your decision to invest here speaks volumes. You saw the potential in this site, in this county, and in our community. On behalf of the residents of Oceanport, thank you for choosing us. We are incredibly proud to welcome Netflix, and we look forward to a long and successful partnership. Governor, congratulations and thank you. Your leadership and vision brought the film and television industry back to New Jersey in a real and meaningful way. Attracting Netflix to Fort Monmouth will stand as one of the most iconic achievements of your administration. Because of your vision, New Jersey is once again competing and winning on the national and global stage. Our First Lady, Tammy Murphy, thank you for your continued advocacy for our communities and for being such a strong presence across the state. Now, this project would not be possible without collaboration. And I want to thank our legislators who are not here with us today, Senator Vingo Powell and Senator Declan O'Scanlan, for working together to move Monmouth County forward. Your partnership shows what can be accomplished when the focus remains on results. To Monmouth County Commissioners Tom Arnone and his entire team, thank you for your leadership and for always championing projects that bring long-term value to our county. I want to recognize our neighbors and partners. To the Mayor of Eatontown and your outstanding staff, thank you for working side by side with us. And to the Oceanport governing body and our incredible borough staff, this milestone is a direct result of your dedication and countless hours of work behind the scenes. This development will create thousands of construction jobs and long-term careers, bringing new energy to our local economy and opportunity to families right here in Monmouth County. Governor-elect Mikie Sherrill, congratulations and thank you for being with us today. We look forward to working with you as this project takes shape and New Jersey continues this exciting momentum. And it was not just a little over 2 years ago when I was in similar shoes as the mayor-elect and we were doing the signing here with the governor and Ted Sarandos. And the former mayor, the mayor at the time, who's here with us today, Jay Coffey, which it is pretty cool to have the 17th mayor and the 18th mayor of Oceanport in the same room. Afterwards, he left me with some sound advice, and in good spirit, as you see, we're all here. I want to share the same advice with you, being in those shoes, and I'm going to clean it up a lot. He looked at me and simply said, "Don't mess this up." And I know you won't, and I know because together, if you look at the energy in this room and the team that we have here, it's just an appetite for success, and everybody will be envious of what we have going on here. And there's no better place for this project on this scale than Monmouth County, and no better home than Oceanport and Eatontown. We have the workforce, the infrastructure, and most importantly, the people. This community understands partnerships, progress, and pride of place. This project proudly spans both Eatontown and Oceanport, and it would not be possible without the dedicated stewardship of the Fort Monmouth Economic Revitalization Authority. And I want to recognize Femera and its outstanding team led by Kara Kopak. And every opportunity I get, I'm always going to do this to you guys. So can you please stand up and be recognized? Your vision, your persistence, and years of work bring us to this moment. What we are celebrating today is the beginning of a transformative campus that, when complete, will include 12 state-of-the-art sound stages and supporting facilities, firmly placing Fort Monmouth on the global production map. Netflix may be the capstone of the redevelopment of Fort Monmouth, but there is much, much more to Fort Monmouth than Netflix. And everything you've done over the past 15 years will pay financial and social dividends to the people of New Jersey for generations. It was a disaster when the federal government abandoned Fort Monmouth. You and your staff and the board have turned that disaster into one of the biggest success stories in the country. And this is just the beginning. In just 16 to 18 months, we will be back here in Oceanport cutting the ribbon for the first 4 sound stages that Netflix is going to open up. It'll be the first phase of this extraordinary project, and that moment will not mark the end of the journey, but the start of a new era of creativity, opportunity, and economic growth for Eatontown, Oceanport, Monmouth County, and the state of New Jersey. Thank you for believing in this site, for investing in our communities, and being a part of this historic day. Yeah, you can clap. That's pretty. You can't say anymore. And now it is my utmost pleasure to call Ann Kelly back up to the stage. Yeah.